Adom Ahoden, BBI fine. Okay. Very, very fine.
AC Milan no, only sure say a Champions League games on refinable.
Oh, and yes, I'm
refinable coffee.
When I refinable and no Casabian, they are just not good enough. What are we?
I'm refinable. AC Milan and bought Champions League.
Then I saw some the Munya cancel AC Milan behind when you know, born Unimbo, and yes, I would Dinike can I saw the shit. I can't say that the Biam was a gun and I will lose you to team with a born at the whole and you be 1984 Ghana. Oh, yeah, Ghana. And you're Ghana, then your body and I got 3 points. You need to prove
no, maybe you don't get my point. What I'm saying is, to say that would you have to say, the Champions League in command. There's no way about both teams.
When was the last time on Okro GB? When was the last time on Champions League? When was the last time?
Talking about the last time.
But
see, the Champions League in command. AC Milan is big.
Yes, they can be big.
But it's how to be said dynamo. I mean,
in today's conversation, AC Milan is not big in the Champions League.
Sentina make catch us on Mure Finibon.
Sana was so away to Dynamo Road because Dynamo Kiev. And you say you will Finibon. Wasa
AC Milan.
How do you go away to Dynamo Kiev now? What the red card? Now Oko take come and here 1-1. What's time match 2-1? And can drop way. Boys be break or double chance. But drop AC Milan.
Boys
see, everybody who's worth a shot. Or say AC Milan beginning of the sleep, they be saying, AC Milan there, man double chance. AC Milan there. Obi could be here free because they know how these teams are. And now go for.
And now, also now, I like say on paper, over can say AC Milan be show simple.
Yeah.
But the Milan for the year and this year, no. Add this over to me do see cartoons to say. They will go and beat Dynamo.
Yeah, there's no way I will pinpoint to say AC Milan. And it's not even about the name. A club in the last few years, I mean, regardless of the pedigree, I understand that. But I'm going to prove someone is serious. Whether the Italians are and whatever. Apart from Stefan Pioli, Eddie Mbabe's Scudetto, nothing really has gone on there. Post the Scudetto win, what has happened to international AC Milan? Nothing. She players or Mototo, they are all players that are surplus to demands of various clubs. And AC Milan, they never. I mean, Udin come on now, but a lot of the times you realize AC Milan in any serious.
Now, do it for us, don't know what's going on. And no, my boys, I want
Shingo Fusiga,
and Barcelona, AC Milan, Juve. I want to say, boys, Esika.
Shingo Fusiga, like even Barca match in the podium, I mean. Most likely we knew there was going to be goals and the goals came. Paris Saint-Germain acquired Jumani Kama. Manchester City Juma. Real Madrid did their job. But for a lot of the teams, young boys, only a ball just 2 goals can count to me. RB Leipzig to me 2 goals. Ali, I come on go from Real Jumani soon because Charlie, serious, honestly speaking. Hey, Eddie Jado.
Jumani
now you cry it's not a she try say a bit because you see the American same way said the job we do here you try see take your emotions out of it send be between the best form of picks your listeners no matter enjoy the analysis that we do and every other thing but say they be for one moment at the rich but life will go on until the young cause in the games no one come up and yeah it will start Brest. Madrid did exactly the job. What's the can say for Madrid? If there is something really big at stake, they tend to turn up to the party. Adding, say there is something at stake, and Carlo Ancelotti in the Mrante will not do the job. You know what? The only thing I want to emphasize on this match, and he said, "You're both matching officially." Jude Bellingham was adjudged the man of the match, but this was another game. Our branch friend Rodrigo goes and then reinstating them as when we talk about the best getters of goals from wide areas, he is part of that conversation. So Ubo Mohamed Salah so Bema goes from the wing, Ubo Vinicius Junior so Bema goes from the winger. You would mention Rodrigo goes. And for Madrid, they have 2 of the best getters of goals from wide areas. Of course, Rafinha this season, Lamine Yamal has been solid also from wide areas. But Rodrigo goes yesterday reinvented himself again. And he was up there. Proud to a match in Madrid, a boy. Number 1 statistics of the most dangerous wingers. The top 2 are Paris Saint-Germain for Bradley Barcola and Abranche Noni Madueke of Chelsea were part. But when say omo danger no the contest of the stats and they say some players we kita ball we the pian at the boxing. Rich, the difference between Rodrigo Goes and Badi Bakula, Momo Yankra, and Inonimado came on to the level of Rodrigo is that the clinical ability and the decision making of our branch friend Rodrigo Goes once he gets into the box. And then now he did a job for Team friend FC Paris Saint-Germain and then make sure that everything was sorted. Or no, Kylian Luton Mbappe, Jude Bellingham, they were very instrumental and they made sure that Madrid did go through. It is true. We had never seen a night like that before. See, but that's the number of matches, and then the storylines that they buy. Atletico de Madrid echo away because Salzburg 4-1, and what a run! Diego Simeone enya the other Spanish team, FC Barcelona, and now Omni Atalanta 4-4. Now me per second half no. 2-2. 4 goals the people. Now me per second half no. Who is it? Atalanta for no this is the one about Madrid. Barca. And every time when we explain Gian Piero Gasperini in teams one of the things that we say constantly is the fact that Omoba press aggressively man for man. In the first half, Barca were asked to answer the question of the aggressive man for man. And you could tell that Hansi Flick had prepared for that. A lot of positional rotations our Barca team, especially up top. Senegal they could run away from team my friend Atalanta for man marking the Lamine Yamal actually the first goal in the 46 minutes plus Ronaldo Araujo 2 goals in the 72nd minute. Of course, before that, now Atalanta for in the 67th minutes and Mario Pasalic Ejuman El Honum and now also Barca for are second in the competition. I love that changes. Pep or the Savinho Ebermuno. Who is that? When he started the game, he started with the same lineup, but for Branch friend Kosinov and our Branch friend Omar Mamouche in the game against Chelsea. It was a match that Manchester City did not have natural fullbacks, any wingers. They were struggling. But Oshaya, it was different against Chelsea because Omobo against Enzo Maresca Chelsea. Chelsea ball with a very high line. Me catch you said, anytime an Pep Guardiola and the Man City ever up in almost 4-3-3 or children, then they will have Chelsea for defending in a 4-4-2 mid block with some of very high line. What Pep Guardiola and the Man City boys and they say they use a branch friend Matthias Nunes. Any Abrantia, your friend is Josko Vardiol in the wide areas to keep the weight. So almost every time Chelsea were pushing up in the high line, City had players in the half spaces and also keeping the weight. But Omokobo against a Club Brugge side, almost City very deep. Right, going into this game, now Club Brugge got 19 games in all competitions unbeaten. Very, very strong. Difficult for them to go in and to lose any match. In fact, it was 20 games in all competitions and now almost lose you back. And they went to the Etihad. Just on the stroke of halftime, Club Brugge for a share one pet, and I told myself, say, I knew that this moment will come. Now I carry action. And this is where the psychological bit of the game comes into play. Because City had played against Chelsea the weekend prior. Now I got down by a goal to 0, but what team they were very confident. Say in this one as well, they can get a job done. They came, but away from the psyche and the psychological bit of the game, Pep Guardiola ranked a very, very important change. Idea here was simple. Or the Savinho by Savinho a natural winger. Now, Club Brugge were sitting very deep. And like I told you, against Chelsea, it was easier because Chelsea played with a high line and he played into the hand of Manchester City. In this game, it was a Club Brugge team almost in a very low block into their branch friend Savinho Baemu to come and pull up the stretches. Into share before the Mateo Kovacic goal. Now, almost stretched team by a friend Club Brugge, and then of course Mateo Kovacic carry ball, edit ball to 1-1. Then it was game on for team and friend Manchester City. So very good spirited performance for Manchester City, and also tactical change for Josep Guardiola and a psychological strength in the AD of Manchester City. Although they labored, no, they are in the next round of the competition. Arsenal winning a little bit cosmetic. We knew said Girona on Paibi this season, and the first one was a penalty from Jorginho. Later on, Girona for by Abranti friend Ethan Raneri share the next one from a very, very good angle in the first start for them. Of course, Atasa and Danjuma, Enya the equalizer for them. So Arsenal also, as part of the English teams, got a job done. Who is Ariano? The news began to swamp around, said Arsenal for now have sent a bid to Aston Villa for Abranti friend Oliver Watkins. And they asked questions of Oliver Watkins. Now, Oliver Watkins has been clear in videos in the past, said, on a team of Pepper Arsenal. And he would want to play in Arsenal Football Club. Only 60 million and a call Villa for him. Villa turned it down. It was an official bid. Now, the reason was simple. Around that time, now Arna Sefono, Akache, Villa for so Omunyan to was here on John Duran and Momo because they are beginning to make a final decision on Ono and that's a branch of Victor Boniface. Both players were Obiano Kobekobia Beji 15 million in terms of the annual salary and everybody for the two players now. And then you may, after everything, your ball games, you know, near T and it's a branch of John Duran or no, and a Saudi Arabia for no execution. So be the strike partner for Cristiano Ronaldo or the Saudi Pro League. It means so branch of Oli Watkins will not move to any club, not even Arsenal. And as a club will be out, and he's going to stay put out over there. I have a feeling, say, because of our two deals with especially the sale of John Duran, Villa for one for Chelsea. They will call Chelsea especially on João Felix, who's one attacker. And we've been hearing the last few days say Unai Emery loves João Felix and he would want to get him. Now João Felix has also hinted the agent Jorge Mendes have been pushing him to various clubs because of a game time. Emma Bueno, and I won't be shocked. Villa will ask Chelsea for the possibility of getting Abrantia, your friend, Abrantia, friend, João Felix, which in time. Say I would Japadi be not so person to be swam. Say interbu fia. Fatuno sonada. Yesterday we knew the
also nice cat.
We are from banker and share, from banker. Now here so cause open bench, open so top bench, right? It will say no. And can we busi answer na comedy jaw no. Cotton forget catch all my mizonian to was here. My almost 24 hours. Now they cotton na for so. Who we are? No one friend bench for so almost starting shaping because Inter will do the job. And yesterday only one goal per and our branch here, your friend Young Summer, a consider in the league phase of the competition against Monaco. Near show me stubborn. It was easy peasy from Internazionale Milan, and they got the job done. Paris Saint-Germain away, German also by 4-1 against Stuttgart. Very, very good one. Ousmane Dembele, Esha French League, Animu, Osan Beche in the Champions League. Benfica, Thiago Motta, Juventus, 2-0, and then Bayern, German Rich. I don't know if you saw this video. Video of Abrantia friend Matthias Tell literally saying thank you to Bayern for. And the truth is that Bayern for decided not to put too much pressure on him, especially from the public. You see? And what they did was that in the last 3 games before this match boy against Slavian Bratislava, they decided not to give the boy minutes. Not to bench. And a Bayern for 8 years. Then the boy had gone back to Christoph Freund as the sporting director of the club. The coach said, "Onimsi wa catch on so person kotina Bayern." But I said, if any offer comes and it is good, he will assess the offer and go. Rich. Once that happened, 4 clubs over England: Tottenham Hotspur, Arsenal, Manchester United, and Chelsea. Chelsea, the Omone Abrantia Fred Matthias Teodin Komanache. It is because they want a wing or the goals Rodrigo goes home, but somebody that can do something like that in the future, and they see it in a branch friend Matthias Tell, a winger that moves like an attacker in the box and with that clinical instincts. No, that's what they are looking for in a branch your friend Matthias Tell. Now, what has happened? And it's a Rich Matthias Tell, he doesn't mind to move whether on loan or permanent. Chelsea is open on a permanent deal, but the problem the boy has with Chelsea is simple. Also, so about competing on a bench like at Bayern. So Chelsea cannot assure him of game time. Then there are going to be issues. And
wingers will be Chelsea we. And I must have got another winger.
Left wing. Left, but then they say a simple answer. A simple answer. Left winger.
Because of Mudrik.
No, left wing. Say just one winger pen OCCA. And Sancho can Chelsea player on loan. It is a Chelsea bet me to be
or you
on
know
full
by
time.
still playing for Chelsea.
But say the whole season, untimi for just me dey 2020 na beka man to na we say Orochi and United be lose na to boss any anyama. Na wo ananyesi anaye utimi ko share. Nyesi anaye na Rangers wo twe foul. Relax. And say boys in this car. It's nyenye yi na boys in this car na the whole 1 week renko yi record no e good in here maintaining is a rich nti I think say eno no yefa ene code na to no ma investors enko fikesiem na bibia enye kama. And so you have 3 separate codes honum I pese de ma baako goals nko no 14 out and we just goals and I won over 1.5s and I was and another one and so a few of the selected ones are yet choose amount which code no first one no 15E09CD4 15E09CD4 and a first one 15E09CD4 and a first one second code no 15E08 15E08 and then 590 and the last one no which is the ghost no 15E06 DF9 rich into these are the 3 codes and you're putting it out together. Me sure say after a loss no they should give us some respite or efficacy.
Okay, Kofi, that's about